Mr. Brown, come in. I just had a visit from Madame Kozlova, who runs the fair.
Oh, yes?
They were having a clear-out and found all these old crates stuffed full with memorabilia they thought had been lost forever.
Oh.
She asked me if I would sell it for them while they're in town, and it struck me there might be something in here for your auntie's birthday.
Oh, good idea.
Ah, look at this.
It's very nice, Mr. Gruber, but...
I know. It has to be perfect.
Well, since Uncle Pastuzo died, I'm the only relative she's got left. And it isn't every day a bear turns 100.
Quite so. Ah, how about these rolling shoes?
Please, Mr. Gruber, be serious.
Perhaps your auntie's rolling days are behind her.
I think you might be right. Oh, what's this?
Ah, that must be the popping book. Very interesting.
Really?
You see, Madame Kozlova's great-grandmother, who started the fair, was also a brilliant artist. And every time they visited a new city, she made a popping book to remember it by.
Oh.
And this is London.
Oh, Mr. Gruber, it's wonderful. Aunt Lucy always dreamed of coming to London and never had the chance. But if she saw this, it would be like she were finally here. Aunt Lucy! Aunt Lucy!
Paddington!
Come with me, Aunt Lucy.
Oh, yes, please. I want to see everything.
Well, what do you think?
It's wonderful.
All aboard!
1.5 bears, please.
Mind your step, madam.
What a polite young man. What a polite young pigeon. Oh, Paddington, you've made an old bear so very happy.
This is perfect.
Oh,
Ah,
we have a snag.
do we?
You see, this popping book is the only one of its kind, and they want rather a lot of money for it.
Oh, well, Mrs. Bird found this coin in my ear at breakfast. Perhaps there's more.
Oh, it would take more than an earful, Mr. Brown. I'm afraid you would need 1,000 of those coins.
Oh.
Let's take another look at the monkey. I think he's super duper. Oh, I can fix that.
That's very kind, Mr. Gruber, but Aunt Lucy did so much for me when I was a cub, and this could be my way of saying thank you. I'm going to get a job and buy that book. Have you ever been fired, Mr. Brown?
Well, no, but are you quite sure you're ready for the workplace, Paddington? It's a tough, competitive world out there.
And I worry a good-natured little bear might get trampled underfoot.
He's right, you know. You can't trust anyone. That's why I'm doing my newspaper alone.
Darling, is this about Tony?
No!
Everything's about Tony, and the only reason no one's helping with your paper is because it's so lame.
Well, at least I'm not pretending to be someone I'm not.
Nor am I. G-Man.
J-Dog. Spudbounce.
But Aunt Lucy said if we're kind and polite, the world will be right.
At least someone's making sense.
Sorry. And you're kind, Mr. Brown, and you made it to the top.
I'm nowhere near the top. I peaked in the middle. Now my hair's gone grey, my belly's popped out, and I've started to creak.
Oh, doesn't that man live in the big house on the corner?
It's Phoenix Buchanan.
Dad's celebrity client.
He's one of our Platinum Club members and a very famous actor.
Or used to be. Now he just does dog food commercials.
Mrs. Bird doesn't like him because he can never remember her name.
Now then, simmer down, simmer. All right, a little bit more. I'm sorry, I'm at my worst tonight, I really am. I am tickled the deepest shade of shrimp to have been asked here tonight to open this wonderful old steam fair. But you know, when Madame Kozlova created this thing all those years ago, she most certainly was not thinking of people like me. Whatever I am, VIP, celebrity, I hate all that stuff. No. West End legend, that's another one. No. She was thinking of you guys, huh? The ordinary people. So, I'm going to ask one of you to come up here and open the fair. Volunteers. Anyone. Eeny, meeny, miny. Bear. Oh, let's have the young bear. Why not? Come, young Ursine. Thank you. Up here, my furry friend. Very good. Now, your name is?
Paddington Brown.
Oh, well, of course it is. You are my new neighbor. You live with Henry and Mary and the great Mrs. Now then, I suppose you know who I am.
Oh, yes. You're a very famous actor.
Oh, pooh.
Or used to be. Now you do dog food commercials.
Well, a man has to eat.
What? Dog food?
Very funny. Anyway, they do say that at Madame Kozlova's, all your dreams come true. So, if you had one wish tonight, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. I'd like to get my Aunt Lucy a birthday present.
Oh.
I've got my eye on an old pop-up book of London, made by Madame Kozlova, as it happens. The only problem is it's rather expensive, so I need to get my paws on an awful lot of money.
Well, I'm not sure that we can offer you that. But we can, of course, offer you oodles of fun. So, if you would like to lend me a paw, we now declare Kozlova's Steam Fair open! Thank you very much. Wonderful! Echo! Yeah, just one moment. A word in your ear. This pop-up book.
Do you know it?
I know of it, but I was led to believe it was lost. Where on earth did you find it?
Oh, at Mr. Gruber's antique shop. He's keeping it to one side for me, but I really need a job. I don't suppose you have any advice, do you?
No. I imagine you just have to start at the bottom of the ladder and work your way up.
Do you know what, Mr. Buchanan? You've just given me the most brilliant idea.
Have I?
I'm going to be a window cleaner.
A nice little haul and no mistake. Turned out to be quite a stroke of luck, that bear turning up when he did. Coppers think he'd done it. We're in the clear.
Indeed, Magwitch.
And we gave quite a performance, you and I. Just like the old days. Why the lemon face, Hamlet?
If you have something to say, I beg you share it with us all. It is not, nor it cannot come to good. Oh, really? You and your dreary conscience, tell me this. Which would you rather, that you stand here gathering dust while I humiliate myself in a spaniel's costume on television, or that we all return in glory in the greatest one-man show the West End has ever seen? Oh, thank you, my darlings. Thank you. Thank you. Blessings upon you all. Deepest of bows. Thank you. I know what you're thinking, Scrooge. It'll cost a fortune, but if I'm right, that is exactly what this book will provide. This is no dusty antique. Hidden on every page, a little lady pointing to a clue. Find all the clues, we're rich again. The hunt begins.
Somebody's got to recognize him sooner or later. You're right, Mr. Gruber.
There's something about this whole business that has been tickling my brain box.
What is it?
On the night of the robbery, when young Mr. Brown called out, the thief took to his heels and ran down the stairs.
Came straight through the shop and out the front door, setting off the alarm.
Ah, but that's the thing. He didn't go straight to the shop.
No?
He came all the way over here to get the popping book. Why not some jewellery or a vase? They're much closer, far more valuable. He can't know much about antiques.
Unless he knew something about that book that we don't.
You may find this hard to believe, Madame Kozlova, but Paddington is innocent. And we think that the real thief may have broken into Mr. Gruber's just to steal your great-grandmother's pop-up book.
The pop-up book?
I know it sounds far-fetched.
But is there anything you could tell us about that book? Anything at all could be helpful.
That's quite a story.
Oh, really?
Come with me. I'll show you where it all happened. You see, my great-grandmother, who started this fair, was the finest showwoman of her generation. She could tame lions, breathe fires, follow swords, but she was most famous for the trapeze. They called her the Flying Swan. Wherever she went, she was showered with gifts and made a fortune. But where there is a fortune, there is also jealousy. The magician wanted it for himself. And the Flying Swan became the Dying Swan. He went to her caravan and opened her strongbox. But instead of her treasure, all he found was one of her pop-up books. 12 landmarks of London. They had him cornered, but he vanished. And
well, grandfather,
Tonight, we go in search of clue number 2. The setting, St. Paul's Cathedral. But how to slip in unobserved. Enter Sister Isabella. Oh, thank Larry it's there. Thank Larry, Johnny, and all the ghosts of the avenue.
yeah, but it was close, wasn't it?
Aye, too close if you ask me. Oh, hold your nerve, Macbeth. Screw your courage to the sticking place. We are so nearly there. I have followed this lady through the whole of London and collected every one of her clever little clues. Aye, but what do they mean? It's just a jumble of letters, ain't it? Au contraire, mon ami. They are not letters at all. They are musical notes. Indeed, Poirot. And I believe I know just where to play them.